Yo, it's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and this is your Brendan Allen versus André Muniz breakdown. I've been waiting to break down a Brendan Allen fight. I said it, yo, I am a Brendan Allen fan. This is an awesome fight, in the, I was gonna say in the Brazilian division, in the middleweight division. Brendan Allen's finally getting his shot at a reasonably top 15 fighter, who has really earned it in André Muniz, who's a legitimate prospect. Brendan Allen has been a prospect, for a very, very long time, but he's been, this and that, and he's had moments where he's looked great, and then he's had moments where he just doesn't look like that guy. And his last run, his last three fight win streak that he's been on, it's something good, man, that he's been on, and he's really coming for that moment, and I think he can seize it here against André Muniz, man. Honestly, stylistically, this is not a bad matchup for Brendan Allen, real talk. Even though André Muniz is a tough dude and he's a tough motherfucker, and I expected André Muniz to get a higher ranked opponent than a lower ranked opponent. I think Brendan Allen shocks the world here. I really, truly believe that, and it does depend on what kind of fight Brendan Allen gets out of André Muniz that we can really see Brendan Allen flourish here in this matchup. But yeah, man, you guys know it, man. You guys already know. And what's funny about the dynamic of me liking Brendan Allen is that all my followers and subscribers hate Brendan Allen, so it's gonna be a war zone in that comment section. I already know you guys are gonna talk mess after or even before the fight, but I just can't wait for it. In terms of the rankings, I think André Muniz is what, 14, 15, 16. So I said 16. Let me just look at UFC rankings. Rankings. Can you please show me that ranking? Yeah, he is ranked number 12, number 11 actually. He's almost near the top 10. So Brendan Allen's getting a real high jump up in competition right here. But yeah, André Muniz comes with a record of 23-4. He's fighting out of Brazil, age 33, a height of 6'1", and reaches 78. So yeah, big boy André Muniz. Brendan Allen comes with a record of 20-5. He's fighting out of Louisiana, age 27, a height of 6'2", and reaches 75. So interesting enough about both guys. Both guys have fought at light heavyweight, but you can tell André Muniz has more of a light heavyweight frame. He's a really big guy. He's a way bigger guy than Brendan Allen, actually. He's not taller than Brendan Allen, but he's longer and he's more muscular than Brendan Allen. So those things you gotta look at. Stylistically, André Muniz is more of a grappler, primarily than a striker. Brendan Allen is more well-rounded, I would say, out of the two, but I would say Brendan Allen's strongest ability is his grappling. I would say if you were to ask me what Brendan Allen's great at, it's his grappling, it's his smothering ability, it's his ability to get you on the bottom, get on top, and submit you. His jiu-jitsu is actually really high level. So that's what I love about this matchup, is both guys are good guard players, and we're gonna see how well they can really attack each other's guards. But it's going to be really interesting to see who's going to be on top, how they adjust, who can really take a mauling out of the two. And but if we look at what André Muniz has accomplished in the UFC, sorry y'all, sneeze real quick. He's on a really good win streak. He has that win over Taylor Johnson, Antonio Arroyo, Barca Fabinski, Jacare, Eric Anders, Uriah Hall, and all these fights, man. The Barca Fabinski fight, armbar, Jacare inverted armbar, Eric Anders armbar. You know what I love about his armbars is that he doesn't really get them off his back. He kind of gets them from your back, right? He'll attack your back, and then he'll get the arm. And instead of choking you out, he'll just break your arm. You know what I'm saying? So that's the one thing I like about his game, and it's impressive. It really is. And man, against Uriah Hall, he looked good. He looked solid. Uriah had a lot of moments on the ground with him, though. He was able to survive, and he didn't look like kind of like a fish, out of the water. He was able to, survive and grapple with André. But André, he was able to maintain positions, control, good single legs, good back takes, back trips. I like that. He's really good. He's solid. He's scrappy. But against Jacare, I would say that was probably his best performance against a high-level opponent. And you could say Jacare was washed at this point. I think that's fair to say. But also, when it comes down to the aspects of who he did it to, if that's probably his biggest claim to fame, was submitting Jacare. I don't think Jacare's ever been submitted in the UFC, I'm pretty sure. So to get that kind of victory like that, it kind of showed you where you are. But he does have a loss. He lost to Amzad Mirzakhanov, and that's something I noticed about André Muniz's game, is that he's very he's not comfortable on the feet. Even against Uriah Hall, he wasn't too comfortable on the feet. If you touch him up on the feet, he's just not happy about it. You know what I'm saying? He just doesn't like to be in that kind of striking distance for a very long time. He likes to close that distance, likes to grab guys, and likes to put them down, and likes to really go to his world. But you keep him on the feet, the guy is chinny. Now, you could say the same thing about Brendan Allen, but Brendan Allen has a different kind of mentality going into a striking. I think he is not scared to get hit. I think André Muniz is somewhat fearful of the power strikes. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference between both guys. And we look at what Brendan Allen has accomplished. Man, he's had a rocky road in the UFC, but dude, the guy he's solid, man. He is a solid fighter, and I'll always give him that, man. He has that win over Krzysztof Jotko, Jacob McCoon, I call him McCoon, Sam Alvey, lost to Chris Curtis, beat Punahele Soriano, Carl Roberson, lost to Sean Strickland, beat Kyle Dawkins, Tom Breeze, Kevin Holland. He has some good, decent wins. Has even before the UFC, he had a fight with Anthony Hernandez, Eric Anders, and yeah, that was about it. And Trevin Giles, right? So some of those guys did have wins over him, but if we talk about what the guy's accomplished, man, the way he destroyed Kevin Holland before, it was cool, taking him down at will, and then just eventually choking him out in that second round. Again, the kid is a monster on the ground. Same thing with Tom Breeze. Took him down, balled him up, and just finished him with the quickness. Kyle Dawkins. This was a war, man. This was a good fight. Both these guys, I think, beat the crap out of each other and took a piece of themselves after this fight, and haven't really been the same. Right? Kyle Dawkins, in my humble opinion, has not been the same since this fight, and Brendan Allen put it on him. And then Brendan Allen, he has that loss to Sean Strickland where he got knocked out, which isn't a good look. But again, if you go watch that fight, the kid, he is not scared of a brawl. He is not scared to engage. You could just see it. He's willing to, fucking throw leather, get hit, and go down, or you're going down. It's either two. Like, that's his mentality going in there. Against Carl Roberson, he finished him with the quickness. Against Punahele Soriano, probably one of his better performances. The body kicks, the jab, he was really, really on point here. He was able to evade the power of Soriano and kind of outwork him and outstrike him. And then he fought Chris Curtis, man. Punk ass Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis had a lot of good moments in this fight. I'm not gonna lie, the body work was something big in this fight, and then the body work set up the headshot, and that's where he caught him with the left hook. But at the same time, I thought Brendan Allen looked solid too on the feet. I thought he had moments. I just wish Brendan would have wrestled a lot more, and he didn't wrestle enough in that fight, and that's why I think he lost. I think if he would have mixed in the takedowns and wrestled with his striking, I'd say wrestle with his striking, mix in his wrestling with his striking, he would be such a problem, man. I'm telling you, he'd be such a problem in this division. But sometimes he kind of gets either he falls in love with his striking. Sometimes, he has those issues. He fights Sam Alvey at 205, fucking club and sub. That was easy. And then the Jacob McCoon fight. So this is the fight I look at where I'm a little worried. He did get kind of ragdolled here. There's some debate that he should have lost this fight, and that's the issue going into the André Muniz fight, is that if McCoon can do this to you and out-wrestle you, what can André Muniz do to you, And he had moments on the ground where he was able to take down McCoon, but at the same time, it was just like, it was a bad look. He just couldn't defend the takedowns properly, and he was on his back way too long, just accepting the guard. And in this fight against André Muniz, he cannot do that. But against Krzysztof Jotko, he really showed his his ability, and he choked out Krzysztof Jotko. And Jotko hasn't been finished in a long time, man. Like, last time someone finished Jotko like that, you'd have to go to Brad Tavares in 2018. And it's someone who submitted him, by the way. It's the last time he'd been submitted. You have to go to Magnus Kullenblad in 2014. So he's a legit dude. And for him to do that to Jocko, it was insane. And a lot of people had Jocko in that fight. He had the better cardio, he had the better grappling. He was just better than Brendan Allen, supposedly. And Brendan Allen showed his elite ability there. And I've always said it, Brendan, he can be great. He really can be great. If he mixes in the striking and the wrestling, he can be phenomenal in that division and really be a high-level fighter. I truly, truly believe that, and I really, really do think he wins this fight. So I'm rocking with Brendan Allen to get the third round ground and pound over André Muniz. I think if he can stuff the takedowns here, scramble with André Muniz, I think he can really, really win this fight and be a more better mixed martial artist. But yeah, that is my breakdown for you guys. I am picking Brendan Allen by third round ground and pound. I think he breaks André Muniz and he takes the belt from Alex Pierre at one day. But yeah, I'm rocking with Brendan Allen. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and share the video. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Follow me on my Instagram, follow me on my Twitter. Love y'all. Goodbye.